All right, guys. So I just want to give y'all a sodium phosphate update. A couple of weeks ago, I told you guys. Well, I had left a video. I'll leave it in the link in this video as well, talking about these cell salts. And I told you guys how I first learned about cell salts from a guy named Scott Snitzer. And I believe we get a lot of, we get. I mean, if you eat healthy, you're gonna get some cell salts, but the focus was on your astrological sign. And which cell salt would you want to focus on to maintain optimal health based on your astrological sign? And so the guy went over all the astrological signs and what cell salt do you need to make sure you're getting. And for me, being a Libra, at least I think I'm a Libra. Who knows what I am these days, right? But I can tell you guys, it may be, I don't know, maybe it's just the diet in itself. But nevertheless, I finally got my shit together. Literally. I mean, they don't come up with these phrases for nothing, man. They don't come up with these phrases. I finally got my shit together. Because I was talking about, I said, you guys remember when you was little, you used to take these really, really big shits. Like bigger shits than you take. Now, how do you take a bigger shit when you're 10 years old than you do when you're 30? Something ain't right about that. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right, because you're bigger now, but you're taking smaller shits than when you was 10. Like, huh? Like something's wrong with that. So good news is you can fix that. And I was able to fix that with sodium phosphate, at least. Or maybe it's not sodium. Maybe it's not the sodium. Maybe it's just the fact that I just changed my diet. Who knows? But regardless, it's still pertinent information to talk about stuff that people don't really think about. Because when I did a Google on sodium phosphate yesterday, it seemed like it was a really key micronutrient, something. Because sometimes it's not the vitamins, it'd be like these micronutrients that make a big difference, So sodium phosphate for me, the guy went over the list, so I started, I really like that, like the popcorn a lot, the lesser evil popcorn. And so I've been eating that a lot, and that has a lot of fiber. And of course, corn has sodium phosphate as well as apples. I'm not an apple eater unless it's an apple pie, and I can't eat apple pie unless it's gluten free. But I do like apple juice a lot, and I like apple cider vinegar too. So when I increase that, popcorn, some people put apple cider vinegar on their popcorn. I don't do that. They only can put that on my salad. But I got my shit together, and I'm like so happy. It be the little things that matter. I'm glad that I appreciate. People talk about this stuff about being grateful. Yeah, I can talk about what being grateful is all about. I think my YouTube channel is in its entirety is all about being grateful. Okay, the shit that I talk about, how I be talking about shit to keep your shit together, I think I'm very grateful. You can't get any more grateful than that, man. I mean, look, man, like I was talking about, we have these vulnerabilities, and some people want to run to the doctor, and some people don't want to talk about stuff that they may or may not be dealing with. I'm not afraid to talk about those things. We're human, right? And we're vulnerable. And there's one thing I can do is, you don't have to be shy, man. Because no matter how beautiful we are, at the end of the day, you still gotta take a shit. Goddamn it. So we ain't that pretty. So you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about, stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all that. Go ahead and leave that link with y'all again about the cell salts. And yeah, I'm just glad I finally got my shit together. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.